"Stephen," he whispered. He had no breath or strength for speaking. "I'm Snake, Stephen, and in a little while, in the morning, I must hurt you. You may feel a quick pain, and your body will ache for several days, but you'll be better afterward." He stared at her solemnly. Snake saw that though he understood and feared what she might do, he was less afraid than if she had lied to him. The pain must have increased greatly as his illness became more apparent, but it seemed that others had only reassured him and hoped the disease would disappear or kill him quickly. Snake put grass on the boy's pillow and pulled her case nearer. The adults still could only fear her. They had had neither time nor reason to discover any trust. The woman of the partnership was old enough that they might never have another child unless they partnered again, and Snake could tell by their eyes, their covert touching, their concern, that they loved this one very much. They must, to come to Snake in this country. Sluggish, Sand slid out of the case, moving his head, moving his tongue, smelling, tasting, detecting the warmths of the bodies. "Is that—" The eldest partner's voice was low and wise, but terrified, and Sand sensed the fear. He drew back into striking position and sounded his rattle softly. Snake stroked her hand along the floor, letting the vibrations distract him, then moved her hand up and extended her arm. The diamondback relaxed and wrapped his body around and around her wrist to form black and tan bracelets. "No," she said. "Your child is too ill for Sand to help. I know it's hard, but please try to be calm. This is a fearful thing for you, but it is all I can do." She had to annoy Mist to make her come out. Snake rapped on the bag and finally poked her, twice. Snake felt the vibration of sliding scales, and suddenly the albino cobra flung herself into the tent. She moved quickly, yet there seemed to be no end to her. She reared back and up. Her breath rushed out in a hiss. Her head rose well over a meter above the floor. She flared her wide hood. Behind her, the adults gasped as if physically assaulted by the gaze of the tan spectacle design on the back of Mist's hood. Snake ignored the people and spoke to the great cobra, focusing her attention by the words. "Furious creature, lie down. It's time to earn thy dinner. Speak to this child and touch him. He is called Stephen." Slowly, Mist relaxed her hood and allowed Snake to touch her. Snake grasped her firmly behind the head and held her so she looked at Stephen. The cobra's silver eyes picked up the blue of the lamplight. "Stephen," Snake said, "Mist will only meet you now. I promise that this time she will touch you gently." Still Stephen shivered when Mist touched his thin chest. Snake did not release the serpent's head, but allowed her body to slide against the boy's. The cobra was 4 times longer than Stephen was tall. She curved herself in stark white loops across his swollen abdomen, extending herself, forcing her head toward the boy's face, straining against Snake's hands. Mist met Stephen's frightened stare with the gaze of lidless eyes. Snake allowed her a little closer. Mist flicked out her tongue to taste the child. The younger man made a small, cut-off, frightened sound. Stephen flinched at it, and Mist drew back, opening her mouth, exposing her fangs, audibly thrusting her breath through her throat. Snake sat back on her heels, letting out her own breath. Sometimes in other places the kinfolk could stay while she worked. "You must leave," she said gently. "It's dangerous to frighten Mist." "I won't—" "I'm sorry. You must wait outside." Perhaps the fair-haired youngest partner, perhaps even Stephen's mother, would have made the indefensible objections and asked the answerable questions. But the white-haired man turned them and took their hands and led them away. "I need a small animal," Snake said as he lifted the tent flap. "It must have fur, and it must be alive." "One will be found," he said, and the 3 parents went into the glowing night. Snake could hear their footsteps in the sand outside. Snake supported Mist in her lap and soothed her. The cobra wrapped herself around Snake's waist, taking in her warmth. Hunger made the cobra even more nervous than usual, and she was hungry, as was Snake. Coming across the black sand desert, they had